welcome to our next edition of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And Candace. Hey, she's back, as always.
I haven't killed him yet, and he hasn't killed me.
I know, I love it. And we just keep getting better every week. And it's very evident because we had a great turnout last week for our Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
There we go, Hot Pockets. So I've been talking about that all week, just the fact that she's like, Hot Pockets.
Oh, there's another thing we have to do too.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
You can get the other one. She's further back there.
Karen, my apologies.
All cat people, this is the adorable flounder, Mr. Puddlebug, and little Miss Nurble, who gets into everything.
Okay. Karen, you happy? Good. All right.
Now we're going to put them back where they were.
Back. All right. So, and of course, we want to say thank you to Andrew. Would you stop now? So I want to say thank you to Andrew, Chapel Beer and Wine. As always, making sure we have our Pinot Grigio and her Sauvignon Blanc. Blanc. Jeff Dunham, watch our show. Okay, so we're going to change it up again. We're going to have Candace cook. That's right. She's going to be running the show on
Tonight we're cooking vegetables, baby.
Oh, shit. I didn't agree to that. Anybody got a cow out there?
I always cook vegetables.
I want a cow. Like, just a little steak, something. All right.
You can have your meat after the show, honey.
That sounded dirty.
Oh, it wasn't meant that way. I don't think you can actually cook your steak.
That's going to happen, too. So, anyway, again, thanks to all. And again, we also, we did pick up another sponsor this week.
We did. Colton Park.
Yep. Colton Park Children's Boutique. We put the link on our website, cookingwithmichael.us. So check it out. And
they're adorable as heck.
Oh, yeah.
They're really adorable.
Our kids love the stuff, so it's fantastic. So check them out. And, of course, check out our website because we've got some merchandise up there. We're starting to sell some stuff, so we're starting to, and more is coming.
We're starting to get things going. The locomotive is starting to churn.
Choo, choo. Okay. All right. So anyway, I guess what we're going to do now, this is actually happening. We're just going to go ahead and switch spots because the cook is on this side. So
move your butt.
Move my butt. I'm going to take my Pinot Grigio. And what are we cooking?
Okay, tonight we are cooking something that I used to think could not be done, but really wanted. We're going to make okra that is not battered.
Okra.
Because when it's battered, to me, it's okay. I don't dislike battered foods entirely, but sometimes I want to taste more of the okra and not the batter. So then you've got this other problem of how do I cook okra not battered and not slimy? How do I get a good dry okra?
Hold on a second. So this is okra right here?
Yes, that's okra.
So hold on a second. So just so you know, this kind of looks like, hold on. It looks like Jose Jalapeno. Honesty.
Which is another Jeff Dunham character.
So Jeff Dunham, please watch our show. I now did my homemade version of Jose Jalapeno. Honesty. All right. So anyway, what are we doing?
So we're gonna go over some important things. Okay. The first thing to know is how to duct tape your husband when you're trying to talk. The first thing to know, the basic rule with getting okra not battered, not slimy, is that moisture is your enemy. If you get there's soluble fiber in these things. When it gets wet, that's what makes it slimy, kind of like why oats are slimy, okay? So when you buy your okra, buy them loose, okay, in the produce section. Buy them loose. Don't ever buy okra in a bag, because I guarantee you're going to have some that are spotted, some that are soggy, some that are already starting to rot.
Can you get frozen okra?
You can get frozen okra. And you can, to an extent, accomplish the same thing.
But it's better fresh.
It's much better fresh.
I guess everything's always better fresh.
Yeah, if you can do it fresh, that's best. You're going to get a much drier, completely unslimy okra. If you do it from frozen, there are some extra steps that you have to do.
Gotcha.
So you want to pick out some okra that has no blemishes, but we don't want okra with spots, cuts, bruises, any of that. Basically just a good looking okra. Okay. Once you get home with your okra, you're going to want to wash it. I like to wash mine with just baking soda gently. Brush it with your vegetable brush or an old toothbrush. We don't need to be fancy. So once you've got them scrubbed, Then you're going to put them out on a towel and dry them thoroughly. You're going to fold the towel, lay them on the towel, fold the towel over, and you're going to just kind of move them around a little so that they get dried on every surface, right? So the towel touches every surface. Then you're going to let them sit out and dry for a good 10-15 minutes, air drying, okay?
Which you've already done, as you can tell. That's already been done.
Yeah, so we're ready for the chopping phase. So we're just going to dump these.
Chopping okra. Oh, sorry.
I found his apron for him, and now he won't wear it.
That's not true. We just need a new one with our new logo, Aztec Creations.
Yeah, it's getting a little worn.
Get on that.
All right, so
www.hurryup.com.
cut off this end, cut off that end, put them off to the side. You're going to...
Oh, no, we're not.
We're going to compose the ends.
Hold on a second. Jose Jalapeno on his deek is not going to compost.
That's fine, but Candace with the knife is.
Oh, shit. She got a knife. Okay.
Okay, so then you just... I like to make them fairly small. Like something this big is going to take a long time to cook, and it's also going to hold more moisture in. So try to make them somewhat little.
They look like little wheels.
They do. They're so cute, aren't they?
Little Ford. Like, we could actually make a little car, right? Here, we can put them there.
We can build them faster than Ford can.
Oh!
We don't have microchips in ours either, though. So, okay. So
that's gonna come back and haunt me.
there you go. This is what they look like when they're done. Now I'm just gonna chop a whole bunch of them. And you can see there's some slime already there in the okra. Don't worry if you see that. As long as they're dry, when you cut them, your hands are dry, your knife is dry, your cutting board is dry, it's okay. It's gonna be okay.
All right, so we cut up the okra, the little wheels, and we've got our tree hugging.
Let me help you here. I'm just gonna grab these and put them in the compost right now. Okay, why do you have such a hard time with not destroying the planet, or rather destroying the planet a little less? Okay. All right, so we have chopped up all of our okra. We have put the compost far away from the allergic Michael. And
Nice.
Now we're ready to toss our okra into the pan. Now, if you like, you can put, I just mix my seasonings with it when I put it in the pan. Some people like to go ahead and do it in the bowl. Go right ahead. Do not add your salt yet. Do salt at the end. You can put ground cayenne pepper. You don't have to put a lot, just a little bit to set off all the other flavors. Just a teeny pinch. You'd be amazed the difference it'll make in most of your foods. Some people like onion powder. I don't like that flavor with okra, but I've seen a lot of recipes with it. And then, of course, there's black pepper and salt. Why is she holding a bottle of liquid? Why is she putting liquid in something she said moisture is the enemy for? Because this is apple cider vinegar, and vinegar is a drying agent. It's going to help. It's counterintuitive, and I don't know exactly chemically how it happens, what it does, but I know it works. It is going to dry up some of this slime, some of this mucilage.
Fuselage.
And, you're not going to put a ton of it in. You're going to put where's this? This is a teaspoon. You put in a teaspoon, maybe 2 at the absolute most. Usually I can get by with 1. And you just stir it in. You put that in about 5 minutes into it. So, let's go ahead and
You killed my cousins! You killed my cousins! They're all cut up on a stick. Okay.
That happened. All right, so let's turn on your burner. I am impatient, so I turn mine on to high initially.
Facts.
Then back it off to medium when it's almost hot enough. All right, so our hot plate is finally hot, and I'm gonna dump my okra in.
It's hot.
Notice.
It's like Hot Pockets.
Hot
Okay, moving on. Sorry.
Okay, notice there is no oil in here.
So why don't we put oil in there?
We are using the slime of the okra, okay? And it will stick to your pan a little bit, sometimes a lot, but your nonstick pan will come clean. All you have to do is just soak it in water overnight when you're done eating. Probably not even overnight, just 20 minutes or so. And then it scrubs off. So let's toss our okra in.
No! No, you're cooking my family! Honesty! I'm sorry, I planned this for a while before we started this episode. She had no idea about it, and I'm so excited about it. It's the little things.
Okay. Now, I like to turn my okra so that, and this is probably not necessary at all, but I'm weird. So I like to turn my okra so that they are all flat down. So you're getting more heat to that slime and you're cooking up that slime faster. Plus I like mine to start getting a little crispy. And that's not going to happen as well if they're sitting up there on their side.
Oh, if you do have a hot plate at home, do not cook s'mores at Shady Pines with it. It all comes back to Golden Girls.
Especially if your name is Sophia Petrulla. So now we've got our okra in the pan. Most of them are laying down. And I'm going to have to stop doing this because I'm going to burn myself.
Taking a nap.
And you're just going to sit there and wait for about 5 minutes. You'll stir it if they start to sound like they're too hot, sizzling too much. But you're going to wait. 5 minutes into it, you're going to add your 1 to 2 teaspoons of vinegar.
Do you put the seasonings in before that, or you wait till it's all done before you season it?
I don't put a lot of seasonings on mine.
Oh, okay.
I only put a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
And at the end, I put on sea salt.
Oh, okay.
Now,
gotcha.
back to the vinegar. You try to start off, we try to do as little vinegar as possible because the vinegar is not about the vinegar flavor. Like in most recipes, when you put in vinegar, you're using it to actually taste it. With
Gotcha.
this, it's not about tasting the vinegar. If I do it right, if you do as little as possible, you will not taste any vinegar whatsoever in your final okra.
Can't you use like lemon juice or something like that at the same time?
You can.
Or not the same time, but I mean instead of the vinegar?
Yeah, you can. I think lemon juice, I guess it's because of the sugar, tiny little amounts of sugar. I don't know, apple cider should have vinegar in it as well. I mean, have sugar in that vinegar as well. But it just doesn't seem to work as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's personal preference. Maybe it's, I don't know. Try it and see.
Let us know.
But try it with the vinegar way first.
Take a comment on our YouTube page when you are watching this.
Yeah. And let us know how much vinegar you use and how much lemon juice you use. Maybe I used too much lemon juice when I did the lemon juice.
And then go over to cookingwithmichael.us and buy some stuff.
So I'm going to put my ground cayenne pepper on it, and you'll see the truly tiny amount that I'm using. The amount that's in my hand right now, I'm not even going to use all of it.
So basically just a little bit of pinch and...
Just the skinniest of pinches. Okay, and see I still have some left. Now I'm going to stir it again to distribute it a little more evenly. See how they're starting to look dry?
So why doesn't the cooking take out all the moisture? Why do you have to add a drying agent like vinegar or lemon juice or whatever? It's just because the okra is so moist?
It's so slimy, yeah. You're going to feel that slime once you put it back in your mouth. It's like it's going to reactivate when it hits your saliva. So you've got to really get rid of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, so now it's about time.
Go ahead.
I may have to cut that one out. So now is the time we're going to add our apple cider vinegar. And again, 1 teaspoon.
So how much?
1 teaspoon. No, my sisters and I, when we were kids, always got teaspoons and tablespoons mixed up. We would use them interchangeably sometimes.
I'm 47 years old and I still do the same thing. If you watch any of our videos, by the way, thank you. You see that all the time.
Watch. I'm just sort of sprinkling it over and then stirring. And you can smell the vinegar right now.
Yes, you can.
But that flavor won't be there when it's done. Trust me.
I'll be the judge of that.
Again, that was 1 teaspoon. And my okra is not looking slimy. And again, produce is always going to be a little different, from season to season. What farm, what location, what country you're getting your okra from, really.
Wait, since okra has seeds, is it considered a vegetable or a fruit?
It's got seeds inside, so I guess it's technically a fruit. It's just not a sweet one.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I don't know.
We're gonna Google that little Google thing on the bottom.
Yeah.
And probably saying, Michael, you're an idiot on the bottom as well.
Baseline.
Baseline. Facts. Facts.
All right. So I'm gonna let that heat just a little more. Cover up my vinegar in case my cat jumps up here and knocks it over.
They're right there, Karen again. Right there. There you go, Karen. Cats. Sauvignon Blanc.
Opie okra on a stick.
On a stick. Opie okra. Yes! Okay, I've been practicing, by the way, during our other sessions. Anyway. On a stick.
So now I guess would be a good time to talk about what are the extra steps that you have to go to if you're using frozen okra. Well, first off, you've got to thaw it. So try to chunk off the amount that you want to use. You don't want to be bothered with defrosting something that you're not actually going to eat, because then it's going to go bad very, very quickly. So chunk off what little bit you want to use. Put it on a plate. Put it in a microwave. Absolutely no water. If you can pick off chunks of ice off of it, do that. And you've got to nuke it. And go ahead and get it, warm or hot. Because that microwave heating it somehow helps to dry up the okra a little bit. And then I guess it's just one extra step.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna prepare them the same way from then on out.
Fresh is always better anyway because it's healthier. It has a process.
But if that's what you have at home and you want to cook now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it'll cook longer in your pan because you've got more of that slime that heat needs to cook up. There's one right there. He's starting to crisp. One right there. Starting to crisp. Yay!
I've never met anybody who gets excited about vegetables and compost.
Compost.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
5 hours later. It'd be nice if we'll do okra breading. That way, those of us who like
Unhealthy stuff.
Unhealthy fried stuff, that makes our heart go ka-dunk, 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 boom. That happened.
Yeah, I'll let him do that one. Maybe I'll get the human AED. We've had the chicken AED. I'll get the human AED and I'll have it ready. I'll have it already taped to him. Okay, so now that they are starting to get crispy or starting to brown just a teensy bit, now I'm going to add my salt. You add your salt towards the end, not in the beginning.
Why is that?
Because the salt will dry up whatever is left.
Ah, okay.
All right, so our okra looks pretty sufficiently dried. It's starting to brown a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and dump it out, and we're going to taste it. I'm going to call this done.
We're going to call it a done.
Call it done.
All right.
Turn off our hot plate so we don't burn down Shady Pines.
All right. Now,
And you'll see your pan, it did start to stick a little bit. Don't worry, that's going to come clean.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this. See if my body rejects the vegetable.
Your body is rejecting nutrients.
Probably. All right, here we go. So this is what it looks like on the plate. Here we go. You really can taste that cayenne pepper. You put such a little bit amount in there, and you can really taste it. Yeah. And you cannot taste the apple cider vinegar or the apple vinegar either. I mean, you're right. This is really, really good. And I'm not dying from eating a vegetable yet.
He's going to die off camera. I'm going to cut that out.
Facts. Anyway, so as you can see, it doesn't take a long time. It's really the washing and drying and cutting up and preparing. Hot plates always take longer. So, you didn't see it, but it took about 17 hours for that to cook on the hot plate. as opposed to the oven, which will take just a few minutes. So really, the whole thing takes what, like 10 minutes to cook, something like that?
But on the hot plate, it was one eternity later. Facts.
SpongeBob. So anyway, I mean, that's it. It's a real nice little vegetable to go on the side with your date night dinner. It makes it quick and easy. Again, as we always say, this is what it's all about. So a great side dish.
And it's a great conversation piece as well, because your date will say, oh my God, it's okra. It's not breaded, but it's not slimy. How did you do this?
Not only that, they're going to look at it and go, what the hell is that? And you're going to explain what okra is. Because other than you and, well, the rest of the world, I wouldn't know what it was if you had sat down and we had this. But anyway, everybody else would. But hold on a second, I'm going to have one more bite.
Everybody needs to have a Southern grandmother.
Yeah, straight up facts. All right.
My grandmother always made okra. She always breaded it, but she always made okra.
Fantastic. So, as always, that's our show for tonight. Another great episode. Thank you so much for showing us how to make
You're welcome.
a vegetable.
It's another vegetable you can add to your diet to keep yourself healthy.
Okay. So, anyway, thank you so much. Thank you to Andrew, Chapel Beer and Wine, to our new sponsor, Colton Park Clothing Boutique. Thank you for jumping on board with us. We're really excited to have you. And for, of course, all of our sponsors and everyone that's been with us, thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Check out our website, cookingwithmichael.us. And as always, we'll see you next Saturday, 8 p.m. on Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good evening, and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Fuck. All right.
Cooking with Fuck.
Cooking with That's a totally different OnlyFans page.
I was going to say, we'd have to switch over to OnlyFans. YouTube would not publish that.
No, they wouldn't. All right, let's try this again.
That might be a little bit. Gotta get some actual nutrients into your body.
What did Ron White say? Another person I did what, by the way, have watched is Ron White. What did Ron White say? Your body
is rejecting broth.
Jose Okra on the steak.